Hi everyone, Renee here. Welcome to this week's Pick a Card reading. You're actually going to pick a pile of 2 cards, but nonetheless, this is your week's reading. This reading covers the week of August 5th till around the 12th, 2024. All you have to do is choose a card. Which are you drawn to? Is it card 1, card 2, or card 3? Once you've made your choice, you can click on those timestamps below and fast forward to your reading. I did want to say, please make sure you're still subscribed, because a few people said that they were automatically unsubscribed from my channel for whatever reason. So if that is the case, please resubscribe. It really does help me in the algorithm and all that stuff. So I appreciate that. And fast forward to your reading once you've made your choice. And as always, I hope you have a great week. Hi, Group 1. Let's see what your first cards are for this reading. So you have Jupiter in the sign of Leo. And I'm going to set these here and I'm going to read from the little booklet what that means for you, Group 1. Jupiter in the sign of Leo. Let me find it. In English would probably be best. Give me just a second. Okay. There we go. Jupiter in Leo. It reads, all good fortune is yours for the taking, Group 1. What a great start to your reading. So good fortune is yours for the taking this week, Group 1. And let's get into the tarot. I do have an Art Nouveau theme for the cards this week. I usually go with some kind of a theme if you haven't noticed that before. So we're using, what is this deck? Astrological Oracle, and then this is the Ethereal Visions Tarot deck. So let's see what else I can tell you, Group 1. I will say the moon enters into Virgo Monday night, and the sun is, of course, in Leo, and we have Mercury retrograde from the 5th till around the 28th of August. You can read more about that online. Ace of Swords, first card. Beautiful. King of Swords. Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. And the Four of Swords. A lot of swords. A lot of swords for you, Group 1. I'd say, taking into account what we were first talking about, that, good things are basically yours for the taking, you're fighting for it. And it all begins with you making a decision that you are confident about, okay? So I would say this week is probably an excellent week to go within, to weigh your options, to contemplate about your choices, and a good week to make those decisions and to trust yourself, okay? Because you are taking on the characteristics of this King of Swords, being very sure of yourself and your choices. I would say you're acting on your decisions as well, but only after taking the time and being sure that you are making the right choices. But let's see what else I can tell you, because that's just a general outlook with the cards. Yeah, so you're also embodying characteristics of the King of Coins, someone who's very down to earth. And the question you might have, or the choice you might have to make, probably has to do with money, finances, the home, material things here on the earth plane. They're not spiritual decisions, right? They're basic earth plane based decisions. Should you invest in this? Should you make a large purchase? Should you sell your home? Should you buy a new car? Should you apply for a new job? Should you apply for a promotion or whatever, or hire someone? Whatever it is, you're making very good decisions in all of those areas this week. And yeah, I just said taking action because of that fire, the Leo energy there. And now we've got the action card, the Eight of Swords. So coming after the Hermit is also saying, you're taking action after a break. So this could be a physical thing midweek here. Maybe you haven't been feeling well, or you had some kind of an injury, or a problem physically, after taking a little bit of a break, I feel like you're kind of springing into action now physically. So maybe you're feeling a little bit more physically fit towards mid to end of the week. We've got the Four of Coins and the Four of Swords here. So what I'm getting with those two cards is that you do need to rest and kind of reserve your energy at the end of the week. So you want to reserve your energy. You're springing into action midweek. The end of the week, you kind of want to take it easy again and reserve your energy. And also, the 4 can be a message of saving money or having enough money to do something. Sometimes for me, it means paying off debt, especially coming off a card like Wheel of Fortune. It could mean your savviness financially is like enabling you to reap good fortune. It's also something like if you've made an investment earlier, it doesn't matter if it was last month or a year ago or 10 years ago, maybe you're starting to see the payoff from that towards the end of the week. And I would add also towards the end of the month, okay? We also have 6 of Wands for you, and let's do one more card on top of that with the 3 of Swords. So there is a little bit of disappointment in the area of work or some type of work goal, career goal, business goal. There's a little bit of a disappointment. Don't worry about it. I don't think it's long lasting. I feel like it's short-lived and then you're kind of moving on from that disappointment. Yeah, and it revolves around some kind of a conflict, probably with another person. Or if you have your own business, it might be an issue or disappointment, conflict between you and a client, or maybe you and a coworker or something like that. So that kind of is also in the cards. Let's draw a few more. We've got the Tower. So with this is great change. The Tower moment is the destruction of something to kind of clean the slate, to even the ground. It's a fresh start, essentially. Something's happening and it causes you to have to rebuild. And if there is a rebuilding happening, you're rebuilding it stronger than ever. Whenever I see the Tower card, I kind of think of the story of, what is it? Oh my gosh. The 3 Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf, right? Like, okay, first you make your house out of straw or whatever it might be, and you work up to the knowledge that you need to really make it out of bricks. You need to make it out of something that's more stable. That's kind of what the Tower reminds me of. It's a learning curve. It's you learning from a mistake, perhaps. Or in this case, maybe it's a disappointment or a conflict that you're learning from, and then you have to build from there, build up from there. You have to build the foundation all over again, and it is more stable and sturdy moving forward, is what I'm feeling for you, Group 1. Let's do one more tarot card. And we have the Moon. All right, so pay attention to the Moon phases this week again. The Moon enters into, I believe, Virgo around 5 p.m. That might be Eastern time. I'm not sure here in the U.S. But at any rate, Monday evening, August 5th, the Moon moves into Virgo. I'm not sure about the type of moon. I'm not sure if it's waning, waxing. Let me look at that real quick. Maybe I'll grab this book here and see if we're moving towards the full moon. Sorry, give me just a second. Okay. Yeah, I believe we're moving towards the full moon right now. Okay? Which will be probably at the end of the month. So the moon is, in essence, it's waxing. It's growing larger. So with that moon, I feel for you that, sorry, I'm just trying to put this into words. Your power, your confidence, your assuredness grows with the growth of the moon this month, okay? And it kind of all starts out with a bang this week with you making a tough decision. But trust yourself, you're making the right choice. And yeah, there's bumps along the way. But essentially, hey, your first 2 cards, there's prosperity. It's yours for the taking. And it absolutely is. That was validated with the Wheel of Fortune. You're on the right track. No track is faultless. No track is smooth the whole way. There's always some bumps there. You will overcome them. And essentially, overall, there is great fortune for you because of you making choices and taking action this week, Group 1. I hope this helps you, and I hope you have a great week. Bye. Hello, Group 2. Let's see what your first 2 cards are for this week's reading. You have Venus in the sign of Virgo. Okay, let's put that here, and I'm going to actually read a little bit from the booklet. So Venus in Virgo, it says, to be of service is an act of love, okay? To be of service is an act of love. So that's kind of an overall attitude that you might have this week, or an overall attitude that you might want to try and have this week. If you're feeling a little bit, I don't know, resentful because people seem to need you all the time, just remember this week, to be in service is an act of love. So if it's someone you really love and care for, it's not going unnoticed, okay? And know that you can do this from a place of love. And you do it from a place of love. All right, let's get into the tarot. We have the 7 of Coins, the 4 of Coins, the 6 of Coins, the World, and the 2 of Cups. And I love how the 6 of Coins is right underneath this, because this card for me can be someone who is being of service, who is helping other people. I mean, that might not be the standard tarot meaning of it. Sometimes it is, but for me, especially in this context, it is you being of service, and it could be financially. You might be lending someone some money, or just giving someone advice. You're assisting someone, and it's coming from a place of love. So we have the 7 of Coins. Let's build on that. We've got the 10 of Swords. Whoops, well, I drew 2. We'll just take them. And the Chariot and the Queen. So this is interesting because it's showing like a progression of something you started. Like this is the seed. These are the seeds you planted, and you're sowing the seeds, and you're working and expecting at some point to reap the rewards of them. We have the 10 here, which is the end of something. So if we're using like a gardening analogy or something like that, this could mean, okay, you're planting the seeds, you're sowing the seeds. This means something happened to where they're not, they're not blossoming into anything. They're not growing into anything. And here's the Chariot. So you're taking action to help the process or restart the process with the Queen of Coins energy. So I would say for most of you, this has to do with creativity. Something you started didn't take off, and so now you're moving towards a new goal creatively. And it might be, creatively in the area of finances. You might find yourself being financially creative so that you can reach the goals you need to reach. All right, we have the 4 of Coins and the more creativity. We have the Queen of Coins, 4 of Pentacles, and the Empress. So there is a high level of creativity here. Maybe that's how you're helping someone. Maybe you're helping someone creatively. Or again, creatively in the area of finances. And I would say for some of you, maybe most of you, you're helping out a family member because the Empress is the mother figure. Maybe you're helping out a child, even if it's an adult child. They need assistance, advice, a place to live. Maybe they need a loan or a cosigner on a loan. or they need money to pay off a credit card debt, whatever it is, you are helping this person. You're giving them advice. But again, paralleled with that, I do feel a high level of feminine, flowy creativity. It's very emotional creativity as well. Because of Venus, there's a feminine love goddess type of energy as well. All right, let's look at the world. Three of Swords and the Star. Yeah. So what this is telling you is that it is the end of a cycle. The cycle of heartbreak or disappointment is ending. Okay? We've got the Three of Swords, but it is surrounded by two very strong cards, the World and the Star. The Star is fame, fortune. It's also the Wish card. The World is the end of a cycle, the beginning of a new one. So whatever has greatly disappointed you or broken your heart in the past, that is no more. This is a fresh start. This is you with your wishes coming to fruition. They're coming true, especially in the area of love. New love is blooming. If you are in a relationship, it is moving to the next level with the Two of Cups. I like to see this card more than the Lovers because the Two of Cups, they're equal. They see eye to eye. They have mutual respect for each other. Okay, so it's a very healthy type of relationship. We have strength and the Moon. Have strength, have faith, and be brave in love. And the Moon is more of that feminine, intuitive energy. I feel that you probably do have Virgo somewhere prevalent in your chart. Virgo sun, moon, rising sign, or your Venus might be in Virgo. It would make perfect sense to me. But essentially, this is love. This is a relationship moving to the next level. This is a promise that you are going to find someone who is right for you, so don't give up on love. And I feel like this whole part of the reading is separate from this, where this has to do with you personally and creatively and maybe even intuitively and helping someone who you love dearly. And then this has to do with romantic love. You know, this is unconditional, familial type love. This is romantic love. And you've got all of that going on, which absolutely makes sense with Venus, the goddess of love, right? Let's do one more card. Look at that. We have the Artist. Absolutely lots of creative energy. I would say if you've been contemplating learning a new skill creatively or sharing your creativity or your creative works with others, this is the week to do so. This is the week to share your creative gifts because you do have creative gifts. I would say you also have a large capacity for psychism. You're very intuitive, and that is part of your artistic or creative process. Also, you probably have a lot of empathy, which is a large part of your process. A lot, not all of course, but a lot of really good actors and actresses have a huge amount of empathy. Empathy, from what I've learned, empathy is different from sympathy. Empathy is you can absolutely put yourself in that person's shoes. You feel what they're feeling, right? Sympathy is you are feeling for the person. You're like giving them healing. You feel for them. But empathy, it's like a two-way street. You are actually taking on and feeling what they're feeling. And I definitely feel that with you, group 2. Not to overuse the word feel, but I do sense that overall with you. And that is why you are so giving and helpful and loving. That is why you love so deeply. This person maybe that you're helping, maybe they did do you wrong at some point. Maybe they don't, by other people's standards, deserve all the help you've given them. But in your case, of course, it's coming from a place of love. It's not coming from a place of judgment, right? And that plays into this romantic relationship that's on the horizon for you as well. It's coming from a place of love and not judgment. And the other person is similar, okay? They love you for who you are. They're not judging you, just as you love them for who they are, and you are not judging them. And it's a match I feel that you've been waiting for this whole lifetime up until this point. This soul bond is what maybe you've been working towards, in a sense. But I hope this helps you, and I hope you have a great, lovely, creative week. Bye. Hello, Group 3. Let's see what your first 2 cards are for this week's reading. You have Mercury in the sign of Scorpio. So I'm going to read from the booklet here and let you know what that means. Mercury in Scorpio. It reads, keep silent and hold your secrets close. Okay? So you want to keep silent and hold your secrets close this week. Maybe it's a little warning that you don't want to share too much with the wrong person who can't keep a secret, right? Let's see what else I can tell you with the tarot. And again, we've got an Art Nouveau theme going on this week with the Astrological Oracle cards and the Ethereal Visions Tarot deck. All right, we have the Fool, the Ace of Coins, the 4 of Coins, which has come up in every reading in this pick a card, groups 1, 2, and now 3. We've got 2 of Wands and 10 of Coins. All right, let's take a look. All right, the Fool, a new beginning, taking a chance or a risk. We've got the Wish card here. Oh my gosh. So absolutely whatever opportunity presents itself here at the beginning of this week, especially if it has to do with your health or your finances, I would say jump on it. Take that risk, okay? Take a risk, take a chance, make a change, right? Because your wish of this improving your situation is going to come true. So just go for it. What do you have to lose? Absolutely go for it. I think that was there. Yeah. We have this 4 of Coins. It's right in the middle for you. With the Moon. And the Queen of Cups. So I feel that this is you being intuitive, very, very intuitive, and maybe careful with your money after this initial risk, okay? Take a risk and then hold on. Take a risk and then don't make a change after that. So, for example, maybe someone says, invest in this company. You invest and it pays off or something, and someone else says after that, invest in this other company. I would say no, wait. Don't do anything else that's risky. The one thing that you are intuitively drawn to, the one little chance, risk, whatever, that you're really drawn to, do that. That pays off. And then after that, trust your intuition and maybe hold on to what you have, okay? We have 2 of Wands. You're looking into the future, but you've accomplished some goals here with work or creativity. Yes, goals you fought for. You fought to get this far. Yep, and now it's the end of a cycle, the beginning of a new one. So this could be creative or for a business that you've started. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. I would say this is a big milestone that you've reached here. And now you're kind of contemplating, what do I do next, right? You might have to fight for the next move. Maybe the first big, or maybe this goal you've just reached wasn't too difficult for you, and the next goal you might have to fight for, okay? But again, the rewards are great and it pays off. Could be creatively. We have 10 of Coins. Wow, what a beautiful card. This is planning for the far future. This is the promise of financial security and success in your older years. That's the trajectory of what is happening from maybe actions and decisions you're making this week. Let's draw on this card as well. So we've got the 5 of Cups, Ten of Wands, and the 6. I mean, all this 10 of coins is reached because of anguish, gain, and loss, hard work. And we also have the nostalgia card. So I feel like this is also kind of talking about people around you, a family member. Let me draw another card. Oh my gosh, yes, reconnecting with someone. Your goal of reconnecting with a family member, maybe someone you had a falling out with, is going to happen. Not right now, but it's promising you that it's happening further in the future. So try not to be too sad about it. Don't worry too much about it. Keep putting in the work if that's the case. If it's someone who is holding a grudge against you, let's say they're not answering texts, calling you back, or anything like that, the 10 of Wands is telling you, keep making efforts, just letting them know that you care, that you're still there, you're still around, you're still aware of them and maybe what they're going through. And then at some point in the future, there will be a reconnection, okay? Let's see what else I can tell you. We've got High Priestess, 6 of Wands, and the Emperor. Okay, so this is just a basic and very strong message of you trusting your intuition when it comes to doing your own thing, owning your own business, or climbing up a corporate ladder, getting a promotion, maybe a raise, but more promotion. There's an up-leveling of status here that comes with these cards. And it is yours for the taking, but you have to trust yourself. You have to go with your gut in most cases and not overthink anything. All right? It's moving you up to a position of higher authority is kind of what I'm getting here. How do the first 2 cards play into your week about keeping secrets close to your chest? I would say, maybe you are kind of a quiet person. You don't seem like a Leo, maybe, or anything like that. Like you're not overtly ambitious and gregarious and social. So you're keeping close to your chest your goals for mastering something or being your own boss. Maybe you are working a regular job where you are an employee and you've started this side business, wanting to eventually break free from the other and be your own boss. You're on that trajectory. And I think it might surprise a few people who maybe they didn't know you had it in ya. You know what I mean? Maybe you're, I don't know. It doesn't really matter what sign you are, but maybe you do have Scorpio prevalent somewhere, sun, moon, or rising, where you're keeping a side of you hidden. Almost like a Gemini, like keeping a little part of yourself hidden that you just want to show every once in a while. Well, there's this sense of being confident, fighting for what you want, and being very persistent here, Group 3. You're being very persistent, and you're very much looking long term. So I guess I would say to you, Group 3, where do you want to be in 10 years? Where do you want to be in 15 years? Where do you want to be when you are 60, 70, 80, 90? It's time to start thinking about that and working towards those goals, okay? Those personal goals. And we also have the aspect of a repaired relationship here for you this week, Group 3, that I think is quite lovely. And we do have many strong cards. Don't forget to take a risk at the beginning of the week. Trust your intuition with whatever this is. And then after that initial one thing, don't take any more risks for a while. Be careful, move forward with the proceeds from this. Move forward, okay? Hopefully this helps you, and I hope you have a great week. Hi, everyone. I'd love it if you joined us on Patreon, where I do monthly live streams and I upload Tarot 101 and 202 videos for you so that you can learn how to use the tarot. Bonus videos, chats, live stream readings, and more to come. Consider joining us on Patreon. Thanks so much. See you there.